Travis Wingoodzel. Since everybody wants to worship Satan and live in bondage for the rest of their short life to the end of the election here, I'm just going to do a video to help Exfo Nevermos. They're struggling. They're coming out with videos that says top 15 evidences against Book of Mormon historicity. There's only one. You just need one. That's all you need. Just one. You don't go to me because you don't believe that I would actually be telling you the truth. You don't know my authority. You think you know better. YouTube is making you popular, and so therefore you must be true if you're popular. How can I be true if YouTube doesn't make me popular? Influencer, the new truth. Screw science and education. They don't know what they're talking about. Influencing opinion, that's where it's at. So, yeah, the one thing, the religion. It's real simple, real easy. It even disproves Christianity as being true. Oops. Ooh, you came to my channel thinking that I was bashing the Mormon church alone and that therefore Christianity would therefore be true. And then you'll probably try to see if I'll join your church. Oh my God. We're not Christian. We're Jewish. So were the authors of the Bible. They were Jewish. They were not Christian. Christianity did not exist. Would not exist for another 300 years. Might as well just claim that Islam is true because, well, they claim they're true. They claim you're false, therefore they must be true because they said so. God. So many dumb people who don't bother to study, who just get a spiritual witness feeling and believe they know it all and they know better than the experts. So, yeah, well, there you go. There's the end of the video. We're done. I'll upload this tomorrow. I'm going to bed, watch the rest of Star Trek, and then I'll start on Stargate tomorrow. Now, there's another one. We're going to drag this on. I'm still going to upload this tomorrow, though, I'm pretty sure. I just don't care. Everybody wants to destroy America. You don't know that the consequences means that you, being in America, that you want destroyed, will destroy you. Oh no, I'm going to be immune. The nuclear bombs bursting all over the air gave proof through the night that we probably shouldn't have voted for Trump. I've been warning you all these years. This was the whole purpose of my channels. And YouTube's shut me down because this is the whole purpose of my channels. Shh, you're not supposed to tell, Travis. Americans are suckers and losers. They can't be notified and warned. God. All these years trying to warn you. And thanks to me, I saved your lives in 2020. Nobody cares. Burn it to the ground. There's your theme song in the description below. I understand they've got a new theme song for Raw. I thought it was pretty cool. Well, they've got the high technology to make cool intro videos with bursting flames everywhere. All I wanted to watch WWE for was The Undertaker. He keeps retiring. They don't pay their employees very well. Lots of abuse by McMahon. But I guess somebody else had to take over once Triple H is now taking over because Vince McMahon is having court problems for roid rage on women. I'm seeing lots of YouTube ads of roid rage old men demanding you buy their product or die. You do know roids shortens your lifespan and shortens other things for which you have to overcompensate with muscles. Women know this, don't you? Or do women want the overcompensating and the lack thereof as a side effect? I thought women, I don't know, women keep changing their minds. There's nothing men can do about it. So there's a super sacred secret, hidden super sacred secret Hebrew meaning in the Book of Mormon. Well, technically the 10 virgins. I just want to throw up my hands and just go screaming, banging my head against the wall. Mental health will drive you mad. The Joseph Smith Papers, or Stick of Joseph as they call themselves. It's a Mormon apologetic channel. And they're on the fringe because the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints wants nothing to do with the papyra whatsoever. But the Stick of Joseph, we don't want to really talk about that. And it's not even the papyra, the Book of Abraham, Book of Joseph. No, it's the Stick of Joseph from Ezekiel 37, which they claim is the Book of Mormon. And so Book of Mormon Central already got Book of Mormon in their title, so they thought they would be clever and put Stick of Joseph. But it's not the Stick of Joseph. The Book of Mormon tells you it's not the Stick of Joseph in 2 Nephi chapter 3. You throw up your hands. You just go, oh my God, Mormons are so illiterate. And then they get mad, just like an illiterate person gets mad when you tell them they're illiterate. It's like they're on roid rage. But yeah, Trump, for example, he's illiterate. As president, he had to learn how to read. He gave up on that, and he doesn't do teleprompters anymore. And as a result, he reveals national secrets. Live for everyone to hear. Oh yeah, the CIA murdered John F. Kennedy. Yeah, I was going to release the documents, but they told me no, don't do it. We're so doomed. Everybody's going to be voting for this guy. Oh my God. Oh my God, we're all doomed. God. So the parable of 10 virgins is in Matthew 25. It's talking about the latter days. It's a parable. And the reason why Jesus uses parables is because he tells us why. You're stupid. You're not going to understand plain English, because they spoke English back in Jesus' day. There are several Christian nationalist religions who believe that the Bible in English is exactly the language that was used during the Roman period time. Those those Jewish authors were actually super sacred secret Christians. Christianity was an underground movement. Constantine just made it official. Talk about your revisionist history. And so, yeah, this Mormon group went to an institute class at BYU, and the BYU teacher thinks he knows better and shared with them some super sacred secrets. I went to Rick's, I know all about this. There are those fringe teachers who think they're going to get your attention by throwing out some stuff that'll be itching ears. And so, yeah, the super sacred Hebrew meaning in the parable of the 10 virgins about wedding ritual and the temple. I just want to throw my hands up and just bang my head. Dear God. There's nothing secret in the Jewish scriptures to the Jews. Just like there's nothing secret in English to other English speakers. Now there's some confusion. New technology is unknown to the older generations, as the younger kids know all about it, and then the texting, they create a whole new language. But despite that, that's similar. Because the Jews who were writing the scriptures back in those days wrote according to their language and understanding. Those scriptures would be read to the Jews, and they would listen to it. They would understand it. It's not something foreign that they don't have a clue what it's talking about. They know it's not literal history because it's written during their time. And Jesus saved the Jews and lived happily ever after for the millennium. The temple's destroyed, Rabbi. What do you mean Jesus saved the Jews? We had to flee Jerusalem. Our people have been slaughtered. What do you mean Jesus saved the Jews? Well, that's his name. It's in the meaning of his name. Let Jesus prevail. Which technically Matthew 1, if you're going to use Nelson's logic of translation. Let people sin. Just skip the word that has the meaning in the word, like Israel. You just make translations up. And it all works great with your spiritual witness feelings. You gotta correct the Jews and the Greeks. They don't know what they're talking about. Dear God. And so, yeah, no, it has nothing to do with wedding ritual and temple. It's about the latter days. And where in the latter day scriptures is talk of a wedding supper feast of the Lamb at the Zion temple. That's what you're supposed to understand. And you missed it. That's why we're all doomed. You missed it. Because you don't believe the scriptures. You don't believe the Book of Mormon. You don't believe Joseph. We're all dead. Thanks. That's all I wanted in my life was to go to Zion. church talks about Zion in the latter days, and there's going to be this Adam anti-Haman priesthood meeting where Jesus is going to get the keys of government from the world leaders and then come from outer space in the mushroom clouds of glory and destroy the wicked, including all governments. Thanks for the keys of government, now die! And that's not a terroristic threat religion. That's not a coup. Because is it Jesus? Nelson kept warning you, in the coming days, you're going to see the marvelous powers of Jesus before his second coming. Well, what has happened? What are these magical, wondrous powers of Jesus? Oh, overthrowing Roe v. Wade, allowing Trump to be king, the homeless are now illegal, the Disrespect for Marriage Act, Arizona Kari Lake scandal that for a brief period of time until they got pressured to overturn it, child bride polygamy at 10 years of age, banning of the Bible as porn, but that was quickly done away with and restored when somebody filed against the Book of Mormon as porn. Dear God, Mormons, seriously, whose plan of happiness from the premortal council of heaven was to take away other people's agency? Whose? Was it Jesus? Jesus said, take away your agency and all of your porn. Nobody sees that they're leading America to be destroyed. They're getting you to do it. They're sitting back and going, look at these dumb people, they're going to destroy America. This is awesome. It's like QAnon. He just throws stuff out there, and then people believe him, and then they get all armed up with bump stock, which is now legal, just in time for the Civil War this election. And they go bursting into a pizza parlor demanding to be let into the basement to free the sex-trafficked little kids whose blood is being drunk by Hillary. How many of you drunk Lysol and disinfectants? Because now he can say it. Social media has to allow it now. Tide Pod Challenge? No. Unless the president says you can do it. We're all doomed. Dear God, piss me off. So yeah, I really didn't need to go this long, but I did just for the sake of going long, because again, it's just a one thing. It's not a secret Hebrew meaning in the 10 virgins. Because the sealed portion of the Book of Mormon, which you all got fooled by Christopher, no, the secret portion of the Book of Mormon is that it's in the learning of the Jews, just like the Bible. There's a secret Bible. No Christian can see it. No Christian can read it. It's a big trap. And you all fell into it. It's all similar to Mormons with the Book of Mormon. So fine, we'll throw in a scripture for you. But you don't believe in the Book of Mormon, so why do I bother? I think it's Jacob 4. Yep. Oh, God. We'll go to 13. Start at 13. Behold, my brethren, he that prophesieth. What's prophecy? Well, you gotta have the title of prophet, and then anything you say is a prophecy. Oh my God! No, you predict the future. Oh my God. Let him prophesy to the understanding of men. You gotta be understood. The Spirit speaketh the truth and lieth not. Why are you lying, Mormons? It's not from the Spirit. That was your first clue. Wherefore it speaketh of things as they really are, and of things as they really will be. Wherefore these things are manifested unto us plainly, for the salvation of our souls. Hey, there's Jesus. Shua, salvation. That's probably complicated because that involves foreign ancient languages that I don't have authority to translate. Only Nelson. And so nobody should listen to me. But behold, we are not witnesses alone in these things, for God also spake them unto prophets of old. Wait a minute, aren't they prophets of old? But behold, the Jews, because I'm sure it's literal history, isn't it? We're a stiff-necked people, and they despise the words of plainness, and they killed Joseph and Hiram. Oh, wait a minute, what? I've read this a billion. Oh my God. We just found a bombshell. Wow. Verse 14. Look, it's there. You're never going to look. You're not going to care. But yeah, that's what they're talking about. Prophecy. Book of Mormon is prophecy, so it hasn't happened yet. And they're talking to us in our day. And sought for things they could not understand. Wherefore, because of their blindness, which blindness came from by looking beyond the mark. Jewish interpretation, Jewish understanding, Jewish religion, Jewish concept of Christ, Messiah ben Joseph, and Messiah ben David. See, it is Joseph Smith Jr., because Joseph Smith Sr. wrote it. You're welcome for introducing that for you, ex-faux nevermos. Just unbelievable. You guys leave the church, but you never leave the church. You're still using the spiritual witness feeling, but now it's a doubt promotion rather than a faith promotion. You didn't learn. And they must needs fall. Here it is. You're falling. And it's just so frustrating. You get mad at me. You don't like my tone. You're trying to correct me and say, Travis, if you want Mormons to listen to you, you need to pacify, flatter, and deceive them. You know, like Lucifer does. And then they'll understand. Because the sheep knows their shepherd's voice. For God hath taken away his plainness from them. If you're going to use Christian Jesus here, you're looking beyond the mark. You're not going to realize you missed them, or Jesus never showed, because the Jewish Christ came. Messiah ben David showed. He was sitting there waiting at the altar, never showed, so he dumped the water all over the altar several times, and then poof, he showed. Didn't you see him? Revelation 19, the wedding supper feast of the Lamb at the Temple of Zion. Millennial Zion, and you missed it. Nobody showed. It was the biggest event in the world's history. Everybody saw it around the whole world together, according to prophecy. And not a single person knew what it meant, because they were all looking beyond the mark. Revelation chapter 19, verse 11 and 17. 8 April 2024. Revelation of prophecy, day and hour of prediction of the future. That's the learning of the Jews. And you don't see it. And so, because you look beyond the mark with the wrong interpretation, you are delivered unto them many things which they cannot understand. I have gotten so many comments of Mormons saying, I don't understand what you're talking about. This doesn't make sense to me. What are you talking about? Well, learning of the Jews, not learning of Christianity. And then all of a sudden, everything I say is, wow, hidden. Because Mormons desired it. And because Mormons desired it, fine. That you may stumble and have a faith crisis. Where do we turn for peace? Because Jesus never showed, and you are now in the clouds of glory to meet Jesus, and he still didn't show. Crap. Didn't show on earth, didn't show on the mushroom clouds of glory. That Jesus, with all his bladder problems. So you have no clue, because you use the English version of the Hebrew text of Elijah in 1 Kings 18, is it? So yeah, it's just these stupid little kids doing videos on subjects they know nothing of. They just heard it from their teacher, and then they claim they culturally appropriate and steal, plagiarize from their teacher. And they think that they're the good people. They're proving the church is true, not realizing that they're causing the church to stumble. Because you desired it, you got it. Have fun with it. 63,000 Mormons are watching them in this nonsense. Oh, God. So, yeah. Use the learning of the Jews, and all of a sudden, everything that's been hidden is now visible. In the Bible, in the Book of Mormon, Joseph Smith, his history, his parables. Why does Joseph use parables? Same reason Jesus used parables. Because you're stupid. He even tells you, section 45, hearken, O ye people of my church. So who's he talking to? This might be complicated. I'll give you several hours to think about it and come up with an answer that feels good. Wherefore come ye unto it, and with him that cometh I will reason as with men in days of old, and I will show unto you my strong reasoning. Verse 15, wherefore hearken. Who? Hearken, and I will reason with you. Who? And I will speak unto you. Who? And prophesy. Who is he talking to? What is prophecy? As unto men in days of old. I will show it plainly, as I showed it unto my disciples, saying, as ye have asked of me concerning the signs of my coming. Who is he talking to? What then is he going to speak plainly and predict the future of? Well, the Jews in Jerusalem, because they have a temple. It's like a dome. In fact, I think it's called the Dome of the Rock. Isn't that the Jewish temple? I just wanted to, I just wanted to be in Zion. That's it. Just one little cutie honey pie with me in Zion. That's it. That's all I wanted. God, just so sick and wrong. So this was a quick and easy one.